teams.
Arizona, you're going to be last.
Well, yeah, that'll be.
I don't care if you got a mean bird or not. You could peck yourself as much as you want. All you're going to do is be pecking the ground because you're not going to get higher than that.
They're going to bring back Conrad Dobler to teach them how to.
Conrad Dobler.
How to eat with their pinkies up and not put their elbows on the table.
Yeah.
Emily Post and Conrad Dobler, he's going to teach them ethics or etiquette.
Did he go on to acting too?
Well, he's acting like he's going to teach them etiquette.
He's acting like, probably the division that has the most showboats, in my opinion, is the NFC West, I believe it is. You've got Dallas, you've got the Redskins, you've got the Eagles, you've got the Giants. Oh, it is the East, the NFC East.
How about if we do a station break and then pick up with the East?
All right, but before we do a station break,
yeah.
Remember, this show is brought to you by Boars and Butts. For the finest raw meats in the world, Boars and Butts. If you want pork, if you want beef, if you want chicken, if you want even a clamshell, it's going to be completely raw. In fact, no sodium, no seasoning. I mean, it's absolutely nothing. I mean, the guy butchers it, he puts it in a package, that's it. It's not even shrink wrapped.
Best steak you've ever had. Hands down, feet down.
I feel like I'm on the prairie when I eat it. I don't know about you.
Head down.
I mean, I can smell the milkweed grass. I can smell the fresh air. I sometimes can even smell the blood from the carcass. It's like I'm there, and I don't want to be there that much. Do you?
Well, that's an old Chicagoan. Chicago was the slaughterhouse for the world for about 100 years.
Yes, it was. Kansas City had a big slaughterhouse, and so did Chicago, right?
Yeah, there were more steers have been slaughtered in Chicago than any other state in the Union.
Really?
Really. Except now they do it in Iowa. Anyhow, they have never seen
I digress.
a beef going through Chicago of the same caliber in terms of taste and tenderness of the meat as Boars and Butts.
You know what they're getting ready to do next, and I'll tell you real quickly, is I'm probably not supposed to leak this information,
No.
but to take just when you think they can't take just when you think they can't take the authenticness of the animal eating experience to the next level, the CEO of Boars and Butts is talking about you getting a coat made out of the animal's fur when you order the meat. So I mean,
Wow.
if you're a Buffalo Bills fan, you could go to the game with a Buffalo wool coat. I'll be sure to order mine with 3 pockets, one for my pen and pencil and one for my cell phone and one to sneak in some candy bars or something.
You're talking about leather or wool?
It's whatever animal you order. So if you want some wolf meat, you're gonna get a wolf coat. If you want to be Davy Crockett, this is your chance to actually get a raccoon hat. It comes with the meat. But I wasn't supposed to leak that.
No, so, but let me just add to that. If you order a side of ham, you can get a sow's ear, right? You can get a sow's ear to take home with you.
Actually, as usual, you pick up on the most interesting tidbit. It's just rumored, but I hear that if you do order pig, actually what they do is they make a hat with a snort, and if you're a Redskins fan, they'll make it look exactly like the days when they were the Hogs.
The Hogs.
And you had the pink and all that type of stuff. So
yeah.
I'm glad you asked that, but a sow's ear is pretty sour.
I know, and you won't have to reach into your silk purse to pay for it. But the other thing is, you can order from Boars and Butts. You can order a snout, a pig snout. So I know all you Redskins fans, get your orders in early, especially for the home games, and especially when you host the Giants and the Eagles and the Cowboys, because you'll want to be wearing your fresh pig snout. And this is not some plastic contraption. This is the real thing. So you're going to have to order it on.
They stretch the skin, so
order
it's
it
actually pink dyed. Yeah.
Order it in time to pick it up on Friday. You go home, you put it in the freezer Saturday, and then Sunday morning, right? You got to make your own sound effects because it's dead. It can't do that anymore. But you can make your own. And then Sunday morning, you got to get up early. Take your pig snout out of the freezer. You got to start it to thaw gently. And by game time, you don't want to be frozen because you got to strap it on. I mean, it'll be right there across your nose, and it'll be an authentic snout. So I mean, talk about a legitimate fan. Talk about a die-hard, dedicated Boneheaded fan.
They will stuff it, right? I mean, I won't be touching any actual parts of a pig snout, right? I'm glad I'm not a Redskins
it's
fan,
the actual
especially.
pig
I
snout.
don't go for the pig
It's
too much
held
anyway.
held in place by an elastic strap and gravity, and your nose too. I mean, it'll be sort of contoured to fit right over your nose. It's kind of like glasses, only there's an elastic strap behind it. Believe me, you just gotta buy one and try
Can you
it.
imagine how good I'm gonna look in a Indian Bengali tiger coat? You know,
Oh, you're gonna
they
get
have
one
a
of those?
wonderful. Yes.
Oh, that's another endangered species.
Well, I don't know where they get the meat.
No,
But-
I know exactly. It's like
I don't think I want to know.
no, you don't.
And you know what? I feel like I'm just the next Joe in line because, sometimes you fall for the prize in the cereal box.
How did we ever do 16 games, Joy?
Are you ready to take a break?
I'm ready when you are.
Don't forget, Denver's finest.
Cryogenics Lab.
Cryogenics Lab.
Incorporated.
Yes. If you think maybe your best years of your life are ahead of you or behind you, hopefully they're ahead of you, because things that are behind you, if you gain weight, you're not going to be able to see anyway. And you need a rear view mirror somewhere attached to your arms. So if you're young and you're thinking that you're going to get married and you're going to be happy, and that may come 2 to 5 years down the line, we can freeze you until then. And you can wake up and you can just pick up at the best parts.
You won't have to go through all the wedding planning. Let your wife do it. She wants to do it anyway. She'll be thrilled for you to stay out of the whole thing. Thrilled.
She'll forget you're frozen even.
Yeah.
She'll say he's on a long vacation, and see how easy that is to say.
Just tell
And
her.
people will stop asking her.
Just tell
They'll
her.
just know that you're on a long vacation. You're out of the country on business.
Tell her in advance that you agree with all of her choices and all of her decisions. For the wedding, that is.
Well, you're going to save the marriage for sure,
Well,
because that's what every woman wants to hear anyway.
you get off to a great start. The optimal start.
As long as she gets to pick the date that you're frozen, and that's the only tricky part there. Everything else you said is true.
Yeah.
Everything she wants, she can do while you're frozen.
Right.
But as long as you're frozen just a couple of days before football starts, then you're going to come out just fine. You're going to feel like it's Christmas every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
Hallelujah. Yes. Good Lord.